shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, if you was on Twitter today, you saw a bunch of beta males worrying about a man. That is weird and creepy within itself. And they group up together like a group, and it just some weird energy. And you know, I come to realize a lot of you guys don't have positive, strong male role models in your life. And therefore, you have fallen into the ways of worrying about a man, worrying about his pockets, and I don't know, just being overall concerned with that. It's video games, people, and this is entertainment. Please don't let any of this stuff hurt your feelings, because if it does hurt your feelings, and if you identify with that plastic box, then you have mental issues. And I say, go seek better health. Today's sponsor is Better Health. Go seek it and make sure you fix your issues. But anyway, the topics today. You have Ubisoft running from Japan. You have Nintendo Switch, what I think to be the real leak. Then you have the aftermath of the state of play. You have a divided situation. These ponies are hurting, and they need some help. But Microsoft, to save the day, Microsoft has some information for you guys right before the Tokyo Game Show announcements. But I am super enthusiastic to talk to you about all the changes that's happening over at Microsoft and Xbox. And maybe you might like them, maybe you won't, but you're going to have to deal with them. Shout out to Microsoft, and shout out to me for being 98% right all the time. You may hate it, but you gotta love me because I'm the king. And you guys are kind of weird. Very weird. Not you guys. I'm talking about them. They know what I'm talking about because I'm pointing to them.
I have a cutoff switch God blessed me with to say, fuck you, motherfucker.
The PlayStation 4 console exclusive is finally making its jump to the Xbox in October. Now, PlayStation released the game in 2020, and it was published by PlayStation itself, and is finally making a transition over to the Xbox. Now, in 2024, Xbox made a decision to bring over Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, and Pentiment, and Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, to the PlayStation. Now the favor has finally been returned. PlayStation is finally putting games on Xbox, even though PlayStation won't be publishing it this time around. But on October 1st, Predator Hunting Grounds will be launching on the Xbox Series S and X, developed by Illphonic. That's a sub-name for the PlayStation because they illphonically dropping it on the Xbox. Now, will that game go to the Nintendo Switch? That remains to be seen. But what we do know at this point in time, that Predator Hunting Grounds is coming to the Xbox platform, and that thing is going to be hot. Predator Hunting Grounds. Now, it came out on the PlayStation 4 years ago, and it's a long time, but it's finally making its way over to the Xbox platform. And that's a PlayStation game that was published, marketed, distributed by the good old boys over at Sony. There you go, Sony. That's a good college try. Let Ilphonic do your dirty work. But it's your little rubber fingers that is placed all over the place, and we have identified you as the culprit. So I understand you don't want anybody to know that you slid us some games as well. But Predators Hunting Grounds is coming to the Xbox platform, XNS, that's enhanced. October 1st. Boy, oh boy. We love what you do, Sony. You're showing games for us. You're mixing it and matching it. You're sending games over, acting like a true third-party publisher. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do it over here. We're going to run it up on them bumps. Catch you later. Or, should I say, slide those games over here, Sony. So, Xbox fans, we had a wonderful state of play courtesy of our friends over at Sony. Now, you know, when we all play, we all have fun. And I mean, what's the best thing, right? Have fun. The games are there, and it doesn't matter who presents them because they're going to everyone. So let's talk about some of the games that were slated to come to the Xbox platform, courtesy of our friends at Sony, showing them first for the world to see. Now, let's dig into these topics, right? I mean, come on. These games look fantastic. First game was Hell Is Us and Arch-Age Chronicles, Lunar Remastered Collection, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder Revenge, Sonic X Shadows Generation, Phantasian, Neo Dimensions, Dragon Age Veilguard, Alan Wake 2 Lake House, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered, Fear the Spotlight, Dynasty Origins, and Monster Hunter Wilds. That's 12 big titles coming to the Xbox platform. Thank you, Sony, for showing us everything that we're going to get day and date with you. That's how Sony does. Brings you the information to let you know, hey, Xbox, chill out. No heavy lifting. We got this. We'll show you what we'll give you. Man, that state of play, it had some games. Had games that you liked, had games that you didn't like. It was some games that I was happy about, like Hating Us and like the Age Mage Chronicles game. And what is it? Not the Sony exclusive stuff. I'm talking about all the stuff that's coming to everybody else. Now, some dudes thought I was capping online talking about the show was whack. But then I was really supposed to be happy because I found out all those games was coming over to Xbox. But when I told these idiots it was a third-party show over 3 weeks ago, I guess they didn't hear me. Now, that's what they get for getting the information for people that's leading them the wrong way. I mean, maybe they will take the time out to subscribe to Xbox Frontline News, where we cover everything and talk about the stuff that's going on in the industry. With a little Xbox bias, yes, of course. But at the same time, reporting the news and not talking about other men. How dare you? You should be talking about games, not people. Sickos. I call you sicko fans. Weird. Anyway, these wonderful games are coming over to Xbox, and it's 12 of them. And I do appreciate Sony doing all the heavy lifting, presenting, showing, getting the marketing for the area, and pushing those games out like it was their own. That's a little bit disingenuous. But what I say, right after the show, nobody knows where a nose goes, where the door is closed. Ain't that right, Sav? That's what he said, and that's what I'm using. But my guy told you guys that y'all guys like to share guys. Pause. No Diddy. And I know you guys like to share games. So what I'm going to tell you is thank you so much for presenting all these wonderful games that I can partake in as well. Now, there are a couple of games that won't be coming over to Xbox. And for that's why you have to be a multi-console owner. The same thing with Xbox. Some games will be shown that won't be going to you. But Palworld made its way. And that was so cool. Not for Japan, because there's a lawsuit on you. And you know what that means? Sorry, bud, you won't get it going over there. God forbid they file lawsuits in other regions. That means Palworld won't be able to be played over there. But that's a whole nother topic, right? Well, let's stick on topic, King. Those games are coming over. And hey, Sony, when we all play, we all win. Thanks, Sony. I appreciate you for all your hard work. Because we know you like to share.
I'm the GOAT.
The GOAT?
I'm the greatest of all time.
Really?
Yeah, undisputed.
Undisputed? I mean,
Now, I know this may not be relevant to some people, but it's relevant to some people, right? Xbox September update adds the ability to pre-download game updates. The new features for console, PC, and Xbox apps are rolling out now. Microsoft has detailed Xbox's update, which is available out now. On console side, this month's update introduces the ability to pre-download game updates. The feature lets players download updates for games early so that when the update is set to go live, it can simply be installed and played. Now, that saves you a boatload of time because you know how many times you go to a game and you realize that it needs an update, then you got to back out, then you got to download it, then you got to install it, then it has to update. You don't have to worry about all that stuff now. Microsoft has taken away all those steps and allows you right now with one step push of a button to pre-install the update. And I think that's helpful to many. Those where time is a premium, Xbox has got you covered. Listen, it's nothing worse than when I go to log into my game and I have to be backed out to the dashboard because there's an update. Then I have to wait for the update. Then the update downloads. Then it installs. Then I have to restart. Then I can play the game. Well, this September update allows you to pre-install updates. So when the updates go live, they're already installed and boom, you just play. I think it's ingenious. I think it saves time, especially when time has become a premium. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what we do. Now, I don't support the iPhone at all. And I don't have an iPhone. I'm an Android dude myself. But, I mean, back in the days I used to, and then I realized that it was monotonous when it came to certain things like iTunes, and it was like a monopoly, and it forced me to just leave the platform. But I digress. Microsoft merges Xbox Game Pass app into the Xbox mobile app, and that was a confusing thing to me in the beginning because I would jump from one app to the next, and I'm just like, why can't they just utilize just one entire app that makes the whole experience fantastic? Well, somebody must have heard my cries over at Microsoft. Shout out to Jason Ronald and the team. In a move amid to simplify Xbox gaming experience on the iOS devices, Microsoft has announced plans to merge its Xbox Game Pass app into the main Xbox app. This change will eliminate the need for users to juggle between the two separate apps, providing more of a streamlined, cohesive experience. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're not of different bodies. Right now, Microsoft is really acknowledging how strong Xbox brand is and how strong Game Pass is. So to make sure that you will use one app to utilize everything, I think that is pure genius. Genius on the part of people that don't want to waste time. This is time saving, and this is to remove confusion. I understand it. This is great, and I'm fantastically happy that it's happening now. The merging of these apps are essential to streamlining the process. It seems like Microsoft has learned, and well, they understand now that Xbox is a pillar in their financial portfolio. I guess before it wasn't seen that way. Then along came Game Pass, and Game Pass changed the way they viewed Xbox. They invested more. They showed more interest. They realized that this can be a multi-billion-dollar situation, and it has turned out to be so. So Microsoft taking the Game Pass app and taking the Xbox mobile app and merging the two. And over time, there will be a continuous slow integration of the two apps until they are one, until all are one. Like Transformers, right? To all in one. Well, shout out to Transformers 1. Go see that if you didn't. Wonderful film. If you're a fan of Transformers the movie, I think this surpasses it in every way but one way. Musicality. It doesn't have that iconic song, "You Got the Touch." They ain't got that. I wish, but they don't got that. They need something like that in order to, take it over the edge. But I digress. Back to the apps. The apps are happening. They're merging. They're becoming one. Like I feel that the Xbox and the Microsoft ecosystem is becoming one. It's symbolic in knowing that Xbox ain't going nowhere. And they're Xbox for life. And if you didn't get the reference, let me give it to you. We ain't going nowhere. We are Xbox for life. Hashtag no Diddy. I'm just saying. Sometimes I got to piss you off. I got to make you mad. Hey, yo, go get that baby oil. Why? Because you can't hold me down.
You gotta hear this. This is big. I can't die. You gotta hear this. This is big. I can't die.
Palworld is on PlayStation 5, and it's out today. But the biggest question in the world is, does it have crossplay? Well, the simple answer to that is no. Unfortunately, the PlayStation 5 can't do that at the moment. But it's possible, though. And they are working diligently on a patch in the future, a future update. So if you're into playing monster catching games on your PlayStation 5, you're either playing the game solo, which is a ton of fun, or with a group of other PlayStation 5 people. Now, you cannot play with the wild Xbox and PC dudes yet, because they have a couple of legal woes. And be honest with you, they're lucky to make it out there. Now, contrary to popular police, Freudian slip. Now, contrary to popular belief, I am happy that the PlayStation fan base gets a chance to partake in Palworld, honestly. Now, Palworld isn't my cup of tea. I'm not even going to sit here and act like, oh, yo, it was on Xbox. And I told you, I downloaded it, I played it for a little bit. The frame rate was garbage. I got out of there. Ain't even going to hold you. But Addict stayed with it. A lot of people love it. And I'm not going to yuck on your yummy. That's not going to happen. Pause. I'm not. So if that's something that you love, that's something that you like the storylines, you like the pals, you like the gameplay, you like the story loop, you like everything about it, cool, that's great for you. But PlayStation gets a chance to do it now. Now, calm down, PlayStation. You can't do it in one region. You can only play over here. You can only play with yourself. Pause. No Diddy. But you can't play with the PC and you can't play with the Xbox. You can only play with other PlayStation owners. So I know that's not a lot of you guys, because I know they're capping, act like that y'all have a lot of consoles sold. We know that's a lie, because none of y'all guys buy games. But right now, Palworld is available over there. Go get it. Go play it. Hey, do me a favor. Since y'all like capping a lot, don't tag me in stupidness. Tag me in gameplay. Show me you playing Palworld. Show me that you're not the broke joke I think you are. And there's a whole bunch of you. You don't buy games. I'm 98% right all the time. Why don't you prove me wrong? Why don't all 40 of you musclehead why don't y'all all take a collective effort, singularly, post gameplay, tag me in it, and say, see, King, I buy games and I play them. Instead of just worrying about me. Little old me? Come on, man. That's just weird. You weirdos. And I know you watching because you're weird.
A little weird. You're a weirdo, bro. You're not well. You're not well. Get help. Go to a fucking doctor or something.
So all I ever cared about was Digital Foundry getting their hands on this PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, apparently they only had 3 hours to do it in order to set up, go to every kiosk and see everything, and they only let one person in to see it. But the PlayStation 5 Pro is a really good investment, argue tech experts, after they had hands-on with the machine. But it's for a specific type of player. If you value fidelity, and you like ray tracing and higher frame rates of performance modes, PlayStation 5 Pro is a really good investment, explained Oliver McKenzie. There's a conversation to be had between value of the PlayStation 5 Pro and a PC, but for the hassle-free gaming experience delivered high-fidelity visuals and no particular issues with updates and incompatibility, the PlayStation 5 Pro is delivering a really good experience and is fairly favorable in the terms of cost. We're not going to break down the entire analysis for every single game, but overall their takeaways were: developer using the hardware in a multitude of different ways, and this results in various outcomes. Some of these are more impressive than others. Digital Foundry appears to be particularly impressed with F124. If you don't like racing, don't look here. But the bottom line is that you're getting a higher quality visuals at faster frame rates. Now, with stuff like Gran Turismo 7 will experiment with 8K 60 frames per second. That sounds fun. A lot of heavy lifting here appears to be attributed to Sony's upscaling solution, the Pisser, which is able to reconstruct images based on lower resolution sources with very few compromises. There are issues, and it's not perfect, but generally the PlayStation 5 Pro is able to significantly boost the visual quality with minimal computation overhead, meaning you're getting a nice clean 4K images with other enhancements sprinkled on top. This sounds like it's going to be fun. Now, I can buy with a little bit more confidence the PlayStation 5 Pro. Digital Foundry got their hands on it, and they did say it was some enhancement in some places, but they also said that it was for a specific type of gamer. You know, that gamer that likes the high fidelity and, listen, what it boils down to when they're saying that, that's code word for, it's for the rich guy, right? It's for the guy that has the 8K television like myself, the guy that has the VRR and has the ability to take advantage of the 120 hertz. It's made for me. Now, some guys, it's not made for you TCL guys. So if you got your TV by the door and you got a smart TV, it's not for you. All right, so don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your effort. Just don't do it because it's not worth your time. But for those individuals that did purchase these current gen consoles with the expectations of gaming at a higher fidelity, I know you're doing so already on your Series X, and I know you're doing it on your high powered PC. But PlayStation has finally joined the bunch with the PlayStation 5 Pro. And now you're able to game at a higher level. And I truly believe you will enjoy yourself just like myself on gaming at a different level and speed. It's a different fidelity. It's something to behold. And I'm finally glad that hopefully you guys can go get one. I know that you're not going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. And I know it's just the same 3 dudes on Twitter that's going to get it. But hey, at least y'all can stop capping that y'all got a PlayStation 5 and I know that y'all got a Pro. Because anytime I say I'm live, y'all never show.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Well, the big controversy is Ghost of Yotei. And, 5 things you need to know about the PlayStation 5 Ghost of Yotei. Dust off your katana. Let's get into this. Goodbye, Jin. Hello, Ghost Atsu. You got a whole new protagonist. set 300 years after the story of Ghost of Tsushima. The original hero, Jin Sakai, is long dead by now. And the game kicks off with a new female protagonist, female warrior, wandering the wild, named Atsu. From Tsushima to Yotei. It's a mountain. Mount Yotei has very climate ranges, snowy peaks, whispering grasslands. It's a whole lot different than what you're used to. Now, we saw a wolf inside the trailer. Is it a wolf at your door or a pooch at your side? Me personally, I hope it's something like Shadow Dancer, and I'm able to sick that wolf on enemies throughout the day. Dual wielding action plus gunslinging shooting. This gives you a whole bunch of different things. But 300 years of swordsmanship later, and now they got guns. Guns, son. They could have used those in Tsushima when the mongrels was storming the beach. And so they're giving it the code name Red Dead Samurai. That's high praise because we all know Red Dead Redemption was a high watermark for Rockstar Games. And if this game is half the game, that game is. From the storytelling to the beautiful visuals to the high impact gaming, I will buy that for $1. Ghost of Yotei. The mountain of Yotei is a wonderful place. It's shrouded in mystery. It has different climates, different zones. And this new take on the Ghost of Tsushima franchise with the new protagonist Atsu, it looks good. It looks really good. Actually, if you really think about it, the reason why I gave that PlayStation 5 State of Play a 5, the PlayStation 5 State of Play a 5, the reason why I gave it a 5 is because I thought it was just, right down the middle. It played it right down the middle. And no, I'm not a super, I don't give points for multi-plat games, really. I don't, because it's going other places. It's really off of your merit. So I saw VR stuff that I like. And I saw the PlayStation sequels. The Astrobot was good. And the Ghost of Yotei Mountain it's cool. So those titles alone stand on their own. And I gave it a 5. Now, I noticed a lot of the PlayStation fan base is split and divided on what they're giving it. And I saw a lot of prominent PlayStation supporters giving it a 4 and lower and yelling out it was doggish. Well, maybe for you. I'm interested in the PlayStation 5 Pro because I do have the technology that I can run it at its maximum, unlike most of you guys, and I understand that. So I know that will be a letdown for you there. And then when you go to Astrobot, I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't play the kiddie games, so that's why it's really not selling like that, even though you're capped for it like you do. And the Ghost of Tsushima is probably, not Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei is too far out. So you might feel a little disenchanted there, but they did have some Stellar Blade stuff there, and they did have a couple of other things, and maybe the VR might appeal to you. I got the VR, so it is some games that I'm going to play, unlike yourself, because none of y'all brought the VR and supported it, unlike me. But I'm just a bot. Like, what do I know, right? I'm just saying. But I gave it a 5. So was it too bad? Yeah, for some. Did it have some stuff for me? Yeah, it did. Was it something that you was gonna write home about and scream from the top of the mountains? No, it wasn't. But let's keep our perspectives in order. Let's pump the brakes on this, because it's exactly what it needed to be. It tried to give some clarity on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and it really didn't. But I'm going to tell you what the PlayStation 5 Pro is: a rich machine for rich people to do rich things. And it's kind of niche. All right, it's going to output at low resolutions to get higher fidelity to use the APU inside to boost it, up-res it to a higher resolution. But natively, it's going to be a lower resolution. You won't know and you won't care. All you want is good games. That's it.
May your liquor be cold, your women be hot, and all your problems slide off like snot. Drink up.
I saw the title of this piece and it brought a tear to my eye and joy to my heart. Nintendo to go in a different direction other than the current AI trends, says Miyamoto. Miyamoto has been a long-standing figure in my gaming life. And we'll get into that later. AI is, for better or for worse, one of the hot topics in 2024. It's blooming everywhere at the moment. Naturally, there's a lot of speculation on whether major video game companies will implement the technology in their work. And many, it seems, have. But Nintendo fans will no doubt be delighted to hear the Japanese firm may be steering its ship in a completely different direction. In fact, Shigeru Miyamoto pretty much said as much during a recent interview with the New York Times. In discussing Nintendo's ongoing approach with game development, he mentioned AI as a key topic that the company is aware of, perhaps not interested in pursuing, at least in not the same way as its peers. Nintendo has always strived to do things differently, of course, sometimes to great success, sometimes not. And that's the beauty between Nintendo. They dare to be great. And if you're not daring to be great, I say you're not doing anything. You're just purely existing. But one can never accuse the company of simply following current trends for the sake of making a quick buck. Fukuhara also mentioned AI during Nintendo's most recent annual shareholders meeting. He stated that the technology can certainly be used in creative ways, but he nevertheless conscious of the potential issues with intellectual property rights. He echoes Miyamoto's sentiments in stating that the firm will continue to deliver value that is unique to Nintendo. And with that, my heart sings. Miyamoto coming out, and I'm not going to lie. What you heard was, me, like, I got giddy when Miyamoto addressed the whole AI thing. And Fukuhara, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm terrible at it. Fukawa. They iterated the same things. AI is not the way. If you want to preserve creativity, if you want Nintendo to continue to be Nintendo, that wonderful console in which we love, then you will want Nintendo to continue to innovate and change in the space. So I'm glad that they're taking a stance on AI and not allowing it to do what the other ones will do. I have no faith in Microsoft or PlayStation to control how far AI permeates their ecosystem and destroys creativity. So, I don't know.
What have I done?
Now, I'm not going to lie. When I first saw the other Switch renders, I was completely disgusted. And then I saw this image and I was elated. And it's the only reason why I'm bringing this article to you. This is from Tom's Guide. With less than a week to go in September, there's rumors that Nintendo might officially reveal the Nintendo Switch 2, the sequel console, before the month is out. I hope so. The Joy-Cons controllers appear to be getting some type of tweaks, including redesigned SR and LR buttons with a different LED placement. This also seems to be a second USB-C port on the top of the console, bolstering rumors that the Switch sequel might have a second screen of some kind. I don't care, man. If that's what they do, I'm about that whole life. And NVIDIA has better battery life and all that other stuff, and we know that. But it was this image here, that image, that gives me hope. I believe this is the real render for the Switch 2. I believe this is the real render for the Switch 2. I don't care. I don't want to believe the other one. I hate it. I hate it. But this one, I'm down with it. I could get jiggy with this. I love the dual screen of the DS. I had the 3DS. I had the 2DS. I had all of them in any iteration. I just like innovation. And that patent that they put, I'm over the moon. Somebody was like, yo, that's what they do in the TSA. Shut up. Let me dream. Let me wonder. Let me be excited. You know, too many times people want to leak information before shows come out and tell you what the shows is going to be, and you lose all the excitement and all the anticipation. Your generation wants a sure thing. You don't never want to bet until you're completely sure. You're weak and you're soft. You're weak, soft individuals. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. You know, Nintendo takes the bets on themselves. And that's the only way you're going to be successful in this life, is when you gamble on yourself, not knowing the outcome. That's the best part. That gets the adrenaline rolling. Like when you think you feel that you're sure, then you make a move. How satisfying, gratifying is that? It's not. It's a weak endorphin push for a weak individual. So, man, I don't know how you change it. I think it was when we started with participation trophies for you punks, where because you ran in a race, you got a trophy too. Hell no. There's only one winner. And second place is the first loser. That's what that is. When did we get off that script? When did we get off of trying to be the best, trying to do something different? When did we get off of stop imitating others and do you? When did we started worrying about other people and not worrying about making ourselves great? If you hate anything that I do, make your own damn channel and do it yourself. But you know what I would do? I would click and support you. You know what successful people never do? Talk down on people trying. You know who talks down on people trying? Unsuccessful people. So I talk Nintendo up. Try, baby. Let's go. I'm down for it. Whatever it is, let's get it. Because I know when they succeed, the whole industry succeeds. Because they change the temperature in the room, because everybody wants to know what Nintendo's about to do. Anything happens, this channel will be changed to Nintendo Frontline News. To hell with Sony. Hawk Toa!
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
In what can be only looked at as a win for Japan, Ubisoft cancels the press previews of Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's official. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been delayed until February 2025. Earlier today, Ubisoft canceled its online appearance at the Tokyo Game Show due to various circumstances. However, Insider Gaming has learned that Ubisoft has canceled its press previews of Assassin's Creed Shadows. According to various sources, Assassin's Creed Shadows press previews were scheduled to take place next week, and an embargo date for the previews would have been announced then. Oh, man. They said, we regret to inform you that due to various circumstances, we have decided to cancel our online participation to Tokyo Game Show 2024, which was scheduled at 3 p.m. on September 26th. We apologize for the short notice, but we sincerely apologize to everyone who's looking forward to the broadcast. The company said that the currently ongoing giveaway campaign will continue despite the fact that the broadcast is not available. Oh, man. Nothing but that's absolute bad news. Bro, did you think I knew Ubisoft will turn tail and run for the hills to February of next year? Your game ready. You're not fooling nobody. There's no mitigating circumstances. There's nothing out of your control. No, sirree, Bob. Stop the cap. You have released broken games and sent the patch day one. Stop the cap. You dudes don't want that smoke in Japan. That's what it was. You didn't want the smoke. And you damn sure didn't want to be compared to Ghost of Yotei. Because that came out. Why not stand on your square? You got two protagonists. You got a larger world with multiple things to do. I'm pretty sure with a rich story. I'm pretty sure with more things that's going on. Two separate games, two different things. So what? They don't come out the next year. But your inability to knuckle up and fight shows what type of champion you are. You're not a champion. You are a challenger. You're a contender or a pretender. This is the first time I saw Ubisoft run for a fight. You turned my stomach. I was looking forward to y'all in Tokyo. I thought y'all was going to throw the meat on the table, pause, and told these dudes to get down and lay down. Nah, you dude backed out of there. Sucker coward moves. I can't believe you.
No. Wait.
Well, tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's the big day. And we get a chance to see a lot of stuff that's going on with Tokyo Game Show. I think this is the first time I'm really having FOMO for Tokyo Game Show. I know Addict said that he's going to be up watching it very early. It's supposed to be like 6 in the morning. Something ridiculous like that. Won't be me. I won't be streaming it. I'll probably be at work doing whatever I'm going to do. That's exactly it. But we saw a lot of good games. And Sony, for as much problems as they've been having, for as much dirt as I kick in their face, as much as I laugh at this toxic, weak, beta male fan base, they're trying. And I told you guys, if you ain't trying, it ain't worth it. But they're trying. They're trying hard to change the narrative. And maybe sometimes they don't get it right. Maybe sometimes they can't read the room. You know, I think Sony's a little slow. I think they are. But they're out here trying. But Microsoft taking the necessary steps to finally integrating systems that needed to be integrated from the beginning, from the modes, from the PC. Everything is starting to synergize. And when they reach synchronicity, that almighty word in AI, when they reach synchronicity and become sentient as one whole team, and they start moving and thinking as one, that is a terrible thought for all you PlayStation dudes. Because that's hashtag no PlayStation 6. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. We're going to run it up on them bums. And that's for real. Because I know for a fact you won't recover from this fight. You're not going to get a chance to go lick your wounds. The bombardments will start and won't stop until you're nothing less but cinder. And as we walk over the ashes and slow wind comes through and blows the dust away, and you look up and you grab the leg of Xbox and you say, but I'm still functional. And Xbox looks down at you and says, wanna bet? And kicks you out the airlock. You better pray to God Unicron comes over and saves you. But there's no Unicron for you. Maybe Netflix is Unicron. Maybe Apple is Unicron. And maybe you show up in a different form. But remember how it goes. You're always going to be stomped out by the big old X. And I'm going to be standing there. Mr. 98% right all the time is on time. Shout out to Square. Tomorrow, let's go. And I'm going to throw that logo. Oh, timeout. If you made it this far in the video, I'm going to tell you to like, follow, and subscribe. And I'm going to tell you also become a member. Because becoming a member grants you perks. Now we're going to have a Discord. We're going to do some stuff. I got some stuff popping. I'm going to be looking for an editor and a producer very soon. I'm also going out to get management. Xbox Frontline will be becoming an LLC. So you mess with me, you're going to talk to my lawyer. That'll happen. Big things are happening. Everything is moving. I support community. And I support you being the best that you're going to be. So I drop videos daily. Friday, live show. What is it? Fight Night Fridays. Where we play everything. The community comes together and we get busy. That's how we do it. Hashtag no Diddy. It ain't no free golf, son. Cut that out. That's not what happens. But I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it around Square. Because Mr. 98% right is always there. And I'm going to tell you what other people won't. Try to play the Game Pass.